What's up, YouTube? Mike with Mike's Manga Hunt here, back again, and today I'm going to start a brand new series I like to just call What's Mike Been Reading? I know it's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll explain more in a second, so without further ado, let's get started. Right, so if you haven't figured it out by now, I'm starting this series to kind of showcase like what I've been reading. I've noticed that like in myself at least, like trying to find things to make, like more videos to make. I noticed I've been reading a lot of manga, but I haven't really been sharing my opinions and my thoughts on a lot of those series. I've tried like kind of like writing together like full on like reviews, but like I never could think of enough like points or material to make like a whole long video about it. So I thought maybe this idea will be cool every like week or every other week or sometime soon. I don't know how much time I'm going to put on it yet. I'll kind of just showcase what I've been reading, what I've been going through, kind of some series. Maybe I'll dig through the past, some quick notes on my other series, and just kind of share my thoughts, where I think it's going, what I like, what I don't like, and let's just see where this goes. I'm not sure this is going to turn out, but only one way to find out, I guess. So without further ado, let's get into the first series I've been reading. All right, before I start, I should probably put a major spoiler warning here. I'm going to be talking about all these series based on like all my thoughts and stuff, so I'm just going to assume that like people have like already read it. So, because some of these series are actually a little bit older anyway. So, big spoiler warning. I'm giving you guys enough time to kind of like skip off, and you guys can come back later if you want. You can kind of see what I'm talking about in the title anyway. So, without further ado, now let's get into the first series, and that's Bleach. So, after I finished One Piece, I needed a new series to kind of commit myself to, like another like long-term commitment series. I figured it's the perfect time just to do it, and I've read all of One Piece now. I've read Naruto. Well, at least I know the plot of Naruto, like the whole plot line of Naruto for the most part. So Bleach was the only one I knew nothing about, besides that like Ichigo was the main character and he had like orange hair and he was like a Soul Reaper. That's all I knew. So a friend also been recommending this like crazy. It's like his favorite series. So I had to give it a go. And so far I've kind of been enjoying my ride. I won't say as much as like One Piece and Naruto. Definitely the weaker of like the three in my opinion, at least so far. But that's not to say that it's bad. I'm definitely really enjoying it. This volume right here, actually 21, was just so crazy. I was like so hyped reading this actually. This is the end of the Soul Society arc, which we'll get to that in a second. But this kind of starts like the next arc, and just so much has kind of happened like since they got back to the human world. Ichigo's dad's a Soul Reaper, I guess. That was pretty crazy. This is like the new student in class, and he's definitely evil and has some like secret intentions, I guess. Especially with Ichigo, he kind of just summoned like this giant hollow into the world. So I'm really kind of excited to see where that goes. I'm gonna mispronounce his name since I'm just reading it, but Uryu, the Quincy, who had like lost his powers, his dad showed up too. He kind of was like telling him he can get his powers back, but he also seems kind of like a little shady. Like, I don't know, he seems kind of evil to me too. So I don't know where that's gonna go. So this actually left me like really eager to keep reading. But I've been reading in 3-volume kind of like cycles and like switching off to something else. So that's what I have so far of Bleach. So I guess I really want to talk about the Soul Society arc, which is like the big first arc, and the arc that I heard was like just like the best Bleach arc in general. And I did enjoy it. I thought it was really cool. A lot of the fights are really cool. I love this whole like the gang kind of teaming up for the very first time to kind of like go like save a friend. I do want to say, however, though, that I feel like it didn't hit as hard for me because prior to reading Bleach, I already knew that like Aizen was the traitor. And like Jin looks so evil the second you see him. I'm like, that guy's definitely up to something. So like the big twist, I guess, didn't really hit for me. Like, I didn't know that Aizen faked his death. I thought he just kind of showed up as a traitor. So that kind of threw me a little off. When he like stabbed his subordinate, I forgot what their name is, but that kind of really like got me off guard. That was crazy. But definitely didn't like hit his home though. But the whole arc itself was so cool. Like I said, I love the fights. Ichigo versus Kenpachi was really cool, and I really hope they get that kind of like their rematch in the future. Although it doesn't seem like it right now. But what do I know? I guess. I feel like also like characters like Renji, they wouldn't keep bringing this guy like back, and like now he's kind of like fighting with Ichigo. So I feel like he's gonna kind of play like a bigger role. Definitely Ryuka's brother or half-brother, brother-in-law, like I don't really know exactly what he is now. I feel like he's gonna play some sort of role too, as well as Ryuka. When she decided to kind of stay back, that really kind of like was like, oh man, like, because this bond in like the early volumes that her and Ichigo kind of had was like really sweet. And the fact that he would like risk his life to go save her because, you know, he felt like he saved she saved his and all that. Like, it was just so cool. I can kind of go on a lot about that. Yorochi, the cat, being like this like really badass woman, I thought that was like so cool. And like when she kind of showed up with her gang to kind of dispel like the whole end of the, like Aizen and Jin at the end of the Soul Society arc, I thought that was really cool because it was like, where is this going? So I can't wait to see kind of, I know she definitely has more that she's kind of hiding. Can't wait to see what she has in store for her. Hat and Clogs, I forgot what his actual name is. I'll put it up here, but Ichigo calls him Hat and Clogs. He's a really cool instructor. Definitely, like, we've kind of like learned a little bit about him too, and like what's going on. Like, who was he? Was he a Soul Reaper? Like, what was his whole deal? What was he kind of researching and stuff like that? So, really excited to see kind of him go on. Hopefully, I get to see him fight. I feel like I have to see him fight at some point. So, like, these are all the thoughts I have of Bleach. You can tell they're kind of just scrambled all over the place. I can go on for a while, but definitely been enjoying Bleach. I don't know if I highly recommend it, but like definitely if you want to like kind of like get like a history of like, I guess, popular manga like for like this time period, definitely check Bleach out. It's a good read, at least up to the Soul Society arc. I'm not too sure what happens afterwards, but I guess we'll find out when I get further update in the next video. All right, so the next series that I've been reading, kind of like in between the Bleach, so I guess my second main series right now has been Kaguya-Sama Love is War, actually. So my kind of like pacing right now is for every 3 volumes of Bleach I read, it's just a longer series. I read a volume of Love is War. Let me tell you, that is like, it has been such an awesome pacing to kind of like read it that way. It's just like a very good break. So I have to be honest with Kaguya-Sama though. After reading like the first volume, it wasn't really getting me, and I was getting kind of worried because I had bought in like almost all the volumes assuming I was gonna like it, and I was like, oh no, like did I just like buy all these volumes? But like I knew I can always just sell them back. But I didn't want to give up though right away after a volume, so that's why I always kind of have like that 2-3 volume kind of like rule in my head. But like the first couple of chapters I thought were just kind of weird. Like it didn't really like hit its like stick its landing, hit its foot. I thought it was just like this weird quirky little like kind of like slice of life-ish romance comedy. But I'll say like I want to say like halfway through like volume 2 or like definitely by volume 3 I was like getting hooked. It is just like so funny and just like so over the top ridiculous that I just like I couldn't get enough. So definitely like I love how I'm kind of savoring it right now, reading like one every now and then, and like I just love how like overly complicated like these characters get themselves into like these like situations. Like, oh, this person thinks this, so I must do it like this to avoid this. But like that's like totally like that's like not what's happening. Or like even something so basic, just like picking tickets to go to the movies, or you know, trying to get, you know, yourself to go with the girl you like to go get supplies for like the party or something like that. Like, and they have to play this like entire game where he's like purposely try to like throw it. It's just like so like ridiculous. I think it's hilarious. I'm currently on volume 9 right now, which is I actually just started reading it, about 1 chapter deep, which I actually love kind of like the arc this is kind of starting with right now. It's kind of like getting me really curious. The volume prior to this was like Kaguya and Miyuki were kind of like stuck in like this like storage kind of like shed trailer thing, and Miyuki like tripped and like kind of like went over, like they were like had like a on the floor embrace as like the newest character Miko, you know, who always walks in on them like in the most like worst times, I guess. Like she always thinks like they're doing like something really perverted, but she walked in on them and like Kaguya kind of like blushed and she had to go to the doctors because she thought something was wrong with her heart, but she's really like kind of in love, so she's kind of been avoiding Miyuki right now. And like I really want to see where this kind of goes. Does she like finally accept her feelings? Like I assume no. Does she find kind of a way around it? Like where does this go? Like it's really funny, and I kind of really hope that they end up together. I'm sure like at some point, my guess is they will by like the end of the series, maybe like not right now, but by the end of the series I kind of like have ideas where it'll go. So but like you can tell they're just like really perfect for each other. Like there was like that one arc where like Miyuki was actually getting sleep, and she didn't like that his eyes weren't like the death stare eyes anymore, so he picks up on it, so he doesn't sleep for like 2 days and has like the worst eyes ever. Like I said, really stupid, like quirky, funny things. It's like really funny. I guess young high school like first loves or whatever. So actually my favorite character so far is right here, the treasurer. I don't know why I like him so much. I think because like I was kind of just like him in high school, just very like kind of like that emo-y, like, you know, like I don't really care about anything kind of look, but he's kind of really come along and developed the character like in the later volumes. I kind of definitely like that, kind of like where he's going, how like he's so afraid of like Kaguya and like the way that she like acts around him, but like at the end of the day she really cares, and she was helping him kind of like get his grades up and stuff like that. It was really fun. Yuki too, I think he's a really good character, and Kaguya of course. Like, those are probably like my three like absolute favorites. I said I already don't know about like Miko. Like, she's kind of weird, a little too like strict for my liking. Hopefully she kind of settles in, but I do love how she like always walks in at like the worst moments, and she thinks like there's like this horrid things going on. Of course there's Chika. I actually have a Chika figure. Maybe I'll show that off one day. I actually bought a Chika figure at the city last week. I think she's great. Not my favorite, but I know a lot of people like her. I know there's like that dance she does like in the anime. It's not in the manga, of course, but there's like that dance that kind of became like a little bit of like a meme. So, but I like kind of like her like wild card side. Like she's like so unpredictable, like, and how like some of the characters even know that like they want to like avoid like including her in things or like filling her in because she's just gonna go wild. Like that board game, like that board card game kind of thing she created. And like she kind of had them play, I thought was like really funny. Like, she's cool. I like all the characters, really. They're really sweet. So I'm really excited to read more of this. But those are kind of the thoughts I have on Kaguya-Sama right now. Gonna keep reading this as I read Bleach. So I'm sure like in a week or two we'll get more of an update like on where I've been. So great series. Definitely recommend it if you're looking for like this like kind of like a humorous like romance slice of life. Perfect series for that whole like situation. Definitely recommend it. Okay, lastly to kind of round out episode 1 of this show, I read the first volume of Nisekoi, actually. So this was recommended to me by a friend a long way back, like early on when I started collecting manga. He was like, it's a really good series, like super good, you have to read it. The problem was that volume 1 was out of stock for so long, and I did not want to, I don't want to spend any more than cover price on manga, so I kind of, for my own budget reasons. So I just put it off for just so long, but last weekend when I was in the city, I actually found a copy of volume 1, and I was like, well, now I have to get it. So I read it in the train ride home. This is the only volume I've read so far. I ordered volume 2, it just kind of showed up the other day, so I'll get to that probably the next video. But, and actually, no, I actually really kind of like this idea. So, because it's new to me, I'm probably just going to explain it. So this guy here, in the middle here is Ichigo. So when he was young, he like made a promise to like a girl that like he was gonna like marry her when they met as adults, and so like he has like this locket to remind him of like her, and the girl has a key. The problem is he doesn't remember, which I can't believe this. He doesn't remember who like the girl was or like what she looked like or what her name was. So he's also like, you also find out he's like the son of like a Yakuza boss, which I thought was like the most random thing ever, but kind of cool because I love like the Yakuza games when I was like growing up. So always cool to see kind of like Yakuza references. Anyway, so like this new girl over here, the girl in the blonde girl here, is a new transfer student in school, and they like do not get along at all. But turns out that like she's like the daughter of like a rival gang, and now they have to pretend to date to like kind of like smooth tensions out, and like it's just really funny like how they just don't like each other and they're just forced to do this, and like all of like the subordinates of like the gang and the Yakuza clan are like super excited for the two of them, and they're just like they just can't stand each other, and like how they keep trying to keep it on the down low, but like things just keep getting out. And then eventually, like, the entire school knows, and this girl on the other side here is actually, like, the girl he really likes, and we kind of find out towards the end of this volume that she's the one, she has the key to the locket that he gave, and that she likes him, but, she thinks that they're dating and all this stuff, so it's, like, this whole thing, like, this whole weird kind of, like, fake-ish love triangle they got going on here, and it's really funny, really intriguing. There's one character, I gotta find the picture of him. This guy right here, right? Like, he's super, like, caring for, like the girl, and he's like definitely like suspicious, so I know that's gonna play a role in it, and I'm kind of really curious to see again like kind of like where it goes. I'm really early on though, so this thing can go like in so many different volumes, so I feel like this is kind of be like a slower paced series for me. Volume 2 I picked up, I haven't read it yet, but there's 25 and I gotta find them all, so that's gonna be a little bit of like a struggle, so I feel like I'm gonna get through this kind of really slowly, but I'm really eager to see where it goes. I'm definitely intrigued after volume 1. It got me, so I'm kind of really curious to see where it goes. So I'm excited to share that kind of with you guys as this goes on. And I think that'll wrap up episode 1 of What's Mike's Been Reading. I don't know if you guys like this. Like, let me know if you guys like this or not. I had a lot of fun kind of like gathering all my thoughts, so I thought that was really cool. If we do like this, I'll definitely do it again, probably in a few weeks. I want to say maybe like a week or two, kind of like give me more time to like read. I kind of try to read like 1 manga a day, so like based on like my schedule. So let me know if you guys like this. Let me know, like, you leave your recommendations, of course, all the time in the comments. I'm always looking for recommendations, and we'll talk about more manga in the future, and I'll see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching again, and have a great day.